Welcome to Maroon Talk, the only segment dedicated for anything and everything UP Fighting Maroons. I'm Fimran, batch 2010 from UP Los Baños.
Enzo Regondola, batch 2010 UP Diliman.
And Lance Belhira, 2015 UP Manila and 2017 UP Diliman.
Oh, tuloy mo!
Hi! And 2023 UST Faculty of Civil Law.
You know?
What's up, boys? I am in
Yeah.
the midst. I am in the presence of law professionals. So, Enzo's back. Lance is back in new colors. For those who don't know, Lance is taking up law in UST right now. Congrats, Lance. What's up?
Thank you very much. I'm doing alright. Kind of sleepy, but Maroon Talk's Maroon Talk. Can't say no.
Zo, what's up, Zo?
Okay lang. Galing lang ng comedy kagabi.
Yeah.
Kaya hindi ko napanood yung laban natin against Italy.
Hindi mo napanood.
Hindi ko napanood. Comedy muna. Kasi alam ko matatalo tayo kagabi.
Plug mo na nga. Dun sa mga, I'm sure nakita ito, na-post natin to one time sa page, no? Si Enzo is doing open mics sa Comedy Manila open mics. Kailan at saan ka nila makita, Zo? Kung gusto ka nila mapanood?
Usually nagsasign up ako Tuesdays sa Wicked Dogs BGC sa Uptown Parade 8:30 PM. Yun. Doon ako every week nagsasign up, pero occasionally doon ako sa ibang open mic rooms sa QC, kung depende sa schedule. Kung may hearing ako doon na lang ako mag-open mic. Pero general rule sa BGC ako.
More often than not sa Wicked Dogs, kasamang cool pals natin dyan. Shoutout sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Dahil dyan, pasok na natin sa newsfeed.
Yeah.
Alam niyo naman mga guluhan na nangyayari ngayon. Wala na intro. Well, nag-intro tayo mabilis, no? Pero putang ina. Ito mga pag-uusapan namin, hindi ito maririnig sa mga mainstream show, mainstream media. So if you want to hear those stuff, go on TV, go on YouTube, and go on the mainstream channels and hear them talk about how fucked up everything's happening with GILAS Pilipinas. Pero dito, we talk the real shit. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Wala namang ibang hindi naman tayo mainstream di ba? So might as well talk about it and give it and broadcast it to our audience just like how we do it. For those who don't know, and if you haven't, and if you have been living under a rock, GILAS Pilipinas lost 3 of their games in the classification round in the 2023 FIBA World Cup, hosted here in Manila. They lost 87-81 against Dominican Republic. They lost against Angola 80-70. And they lost, quite impressive, against Italy. Ano score yun? 90-83. Hi. What a...
7 points lang naman. Nakadikit naman tayo.
At least nakadikit.
Hindi naman tayo tinambakan di ba?
Hindi naman tayo tinambakan.
Moral victory.
Learning experience nga. Kung sino man nagsabi noon.
Where do we start, sirs?
Ay, hirap eh. Paano ba?
Okay. Ako, my point of view, at least heading into this World Cup. Well, going back, let's say, I don't know, 2022? Kailan ba nagsimula yung mga qualifiers na hindi man talaga qualifiers sa atin? Kasi nga, host tayo. Probably, last year, daming games ng GILAS. And more often than not, kada window ng qualifier, pretty much line up natin na pinapadala, di ba? So, but then again, even if we saw that, even if they were qualifiers, usually naman yan, hindi naman yung pinakamalakas na team nga yung pinapadala, di ba? So, but yung mga naging surprising doon was that we were getting beaten by teams wherein we usually win against. Hindi ko na isa-isahin yung mga nakalaban natin the past year or so. Pero may ganun ng kaba factor when we watch Gilas, unlike how it was back in 2013, 2014. So
Mhm.
for me, at least heading into this World Cup, I had no good ano tawag doon, gauge of how the team has been performing preparing for this tournament. Kasi nga, on-off yung players, hindi natin malaman kung sino ba talaga yung core ng team, sino ba yung magiging main guy, sino ba yung makakalaban natin na malupit. So, again, it was quite odd as a Gilas fan, as a Filipino, on what to expect heading into the World Cup. Kayo,
Mhm.
was it the same thing with you guys?
Ako, oo, kasi syempre ina-expect mo na for a tournament like this, merong ample time preparation yung team. Hindi lang yung regular practices and whatnot, pero yung parang may stability dapat na alam mo kung sinong players mo. Game in and game out, alam ko na ito yung players natin, ito yung 12 o kahit hindi 12, kahit sabihin 15, ito yung final 15 ko, dito ko kukunin yung 12 na sure ako ito yung players, sure ako may commitment tong players na to. Pero wala sa team na to parang every game, every window, merong question na maglalaro ba si Kai Soto, maglalaro ba si Jordan Clarkson, sino bang players natin, maglalaro ba yung Ravenna Brothers, 'di ba? Laging may ganong question na paano ka magpe-prepare kung ganon na hindi ko na muna bring up yung coaching, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yung make-up lang muna ng team bago mo pasukan ng coaching. Kung hindi pa siya buo heading into each window, parang how would you expect na magiging prepared ka for the main event, 'di ba?
Actually, yun nga, tama nga yung sinabi Enzo eh. Sige, let's look at it at a perspective na hindi sa coaching nakafocus. Kasi, to those blaming coach, sa akin kasi hindi siya yung main reason kung bakit nagkakaganto. It's pretty much the whole organization. It's pretty much the whole SBP program na may problema. Hindi lang yung coaches, hindi lang yung players, you know. So, yun nga. If you talk about
And yeah, same thoughts din naman kay Enzo na so, like talking player standpoint pa lang, player's perspective pa lang. Like if you look at the lineups recent tournaments that we joined, iba-iba rin eh. Like wala kang makikitang like yeah, there are those matic na sinasali sa team pero you had no idea, like honestly for me like I had no parang educated guess on who exactly is going to be fielded dito sa pretty much the biggest tournament so far in the World Cup. And yun nga, and evident din naman kasi right before the World Cup started, ang dami rin nating commitment issues din with the players and all. Maybe it be because of health or prior commitments. Tapos, like, that really has an effect on the preparation that the team would have since yun nga, wala ka pang super final na lineup coming into the World Cup na that really has an effect on the chemistry that the team would have, and we can't deny na the players that we have at least sa lineup ngayon. It's a really good roster if you look at them player by player, but ayun nga, talent can only take you so far, as yun nga, na-witness natin, talent can only take you so far. Kaya Doon talaga pumapasok yung importance ng chemistry and which we can only achieve through ample preparation talaga.
And if you think about it, if you talk about lengthy preparation, we had 6 freaking long years to prepare for this tournament. We were awarded the hosting duties of the 2023 FIBA World Cup back in 2017. So if you're gonna talk about if they will reason out yung reason for not performing at par due to time is absurd. Kasi nga, hindi dapat yun yung maging rason. Talking about that in itself, they came up with, if you guys remember yung 2023 for 2023 player pool na sinend ko sa inyo ngayon. Or specifically for this World Cup. And the past weeks, meron mga articles na lumalabas na kung nasa na ba yung mga nasa listahan na to. So if you run through it, ito yung 23 for 23 that the SBB came up. Okay, running through that list. We have Robert Bolick, CJ Perez, Juan Gomez Del Llano, Remy Martin, no one knows where he is, Matt Nieto, Paul Desiderio, Terdy Ravena, JJ Alejandro, Ken Tuffin, Gio Ambohot, Kobe Paras, Dwight Ramos, Joshua Sinclair, Arvin Tolentino, JV Mocon, Kai Soto, Isaac Go, Abu Tratter, AJ Edu, Carl Tamayo, Mark Carino, Troy Reich, Will Gozum. There you go. So,
Tama ba yung bilang ko? Tatlo lang yung nakapasok sa lineup.
Tatlo yung nandito pa rin.
Yeah, tatlo.
So sorry again, correct me. This was around 2017, 2018 siguro na nilabas. I guess it speaks for itself. Sabi nga ni tatlo na lang yung nandito na nakikita pa natin.
3 out of 23. Woo!
And
Ano ba yun? Parang, ano ba yan? Naglabas lang sila ng mga pangalan. Let's think of 23 players na tingin natin sa 2023 nandito. Ito sila. Tapos, ano ba yun? One-sided. Nirelease ng SBP ito yung 23. Pero, hindi nila kinuha yung commitment ng players na yun. Ganun ba yun? Parang, sa kanila lang nanggaling. Di ba?
Okay, this was released January 2018. No. Ayun, again, bakit ka maglalabas ng ganyang lineup? I mean, pool as early as that is rationally to prepare, yung may reason yan is to prepare for the 2023 World Cup. But dun nga, as we noticed, tatlo lang yung natira. And the others, medyo nawawala sa sa sirkulasyon ng Philippine basketball, no? So, yun palang speaks for itself na magulo. Magulo yung program, magulo yung gusto nilang mangyari, magulo yung plano.
Oo. Naalala nyo yung Team USA nung 2008? Di ba nagkaroon silang redeem team?
Yung redeem team.
Tapos, nung binild nila yung team na yun, kinuha nila yung commitment ng players for ilang years. 4 years yata. Parang mga ganon. So, nung binibuild nila yung team, sure na sila na ito yung players na we can rely on to be part of the team. And kasi yung USA nun parang coming off ilang years din na parang disappointment di ba? So, meron silang ganung plano, meron silang ganung vision na sila Jerry Colangelo ata yun. Meron silang ganung vision for the Team USA na okay, meron tayong long-term plan for 4 years at least. Lock in kayong players na to. Tapos yun, successful sila. 2008 na gold medal sila, 2010, 2012, lahat ng tournament sa panalo nila. Bakit hindi natin yun magawa? For kahit ito lang, tong FIBA World Cup lang na alam mo yun, meron tayong 6 years notice tayo mag-host. So, sasali tayo. Kahit yung last 3 years lang, wala ba silang nakuhang commitment from the players? And kung wala sila nakuha, what does that tell you about the system? Na bakit wala tayong makuhang players for 3 years lang, 'di ba? Na mag-commit sa atin for 3 years, including the coaches. 'Di ba?
Oh.
Parang yun yung tama ka, it's really about, it's a systemic problem na, alam mo yun, kung sinisisi natin si Coach Chot, oo, tama lang sisihin natin siya, pero let's look also at the bigger picture na part lang siya ng system that is in place. And siguro 80% fault niya kasi siya yung nasa court, pero meron ding malaking part yung SBP and other bodies handling GILAS Pilipinas.
Lance.
Yeah, same thoughts din na like it's really like from as if you're someone who just watches the games talaga, it's really easy to just wonder why iba na yung players ngayon, like especially if aware ka sa list na to, 23 for 23, tapos it's really easy to blame the players, easy to blame the coaches, pero ayun nga, it's really it's easy as well to just forget about what's happening behind the scenes, up in the offices. What's yung mga those people responsible for managing the team from off the court, and yeah, it's really easy to miss that.
So, ang nakagago rin kasi kung isipin nyo, hindi tanga yung Pinoy basketball fan eh. Kung if anything nga, tingin ko tayo yung mga pinangmatalinong basketball fan sa buong mundo. Na kahit yung mga NBA coach, sinasabi yung mga mali nila. Diba?
Oo naman. Load ka lang ng GCash Facebook stream, di ba? Daming coach dun sa comments dun.
Diba? Basta lang, basta mag-NBA Finals, lahat ng group chat ng mga lalaki, lahat yan, may kanilang analytics na akala mo mga statistician, di ba? Furball yan. So, kumbaga, yun nga hindi tayo tanga na to think na alam nating may mali. And kaya mas naiinis tayo is kasi alam nating gumastos ng malaking pera para dito. Both in trying to host the tournament and in in creating the lineup for this, for whatever tournament. If we pay kahit yung qualifier, I'm sure hindi biro yung ginagastos sila dun just to get to one country after another. So, 'di ba? Yun yung yun yung kinaiinisan ng marami. Kasi nga, relihiyon ng basketball sa Pilipinas. Tapos ganito lang yung papalabas natin sa mundo. It's like Brazil not making the knockout stage in the World Cup. It's like Tiger Woods not making the cut on the weekend rounds. It's like, I'll stop there. Di ba? Ang daming to think na yung isa pang nakakainis dito na ironic para sa akin is yung pag-hype nung SBP mismo, nung team and ng tournament, or yung mga pinagagawa nila to hype. Of course, we're thankful na they brought the national teams of the world, the top caliber national teams of the world here. Again, it's history. We're happy about it. we're glad to have the opportunity to watch them live here in Manila, close to us, instead of flying somewhere else, getting tickets, watching the NBA players in another country. Well and good. We're so happy that nung labas nung we were awarded the hosting rights for this tournament, everyone was happy. Kaya lang, behind that, syempre, Pinoy ka, gusto mo na i-cheer yung team mo. And gusto mong manalo yung team mo. So, hindi pwedeng masaya na tayo dun sa sumali lang tayo, hinost lang natin yung tournament. Thank you na ng malupit para dun. Wala na kaming karapatan na i-bash kayo. Ano yun?
Baka naman tayo, naka-world record naman tayo sa attendance nung Friday o Thursday ba yun? Pwede na rin.
38,000, di ba?
38,000. Ay, laki ng crowd na yun.
Tsaka ano pa, ginawa pang holiday, di ba? Ginawa pang holiday.
Oo.
So, walang pasok yung mga tao.
Oh. Gusto nyo pa ba panalo? Okay na yun. Nasa Guinness World Records na tayo. Pwede na. Kayo naman. Sobra naman kayo. Hinost na nga natin. Mananalo pa tayo.
Isa lang.
Sa isa lang. Pero pa naman next time. Siguro sa ibang bansa tayo mananalo. Ganoon naman ang mga Pinoy. Ina-export eh.
Sige, it's all about the results. No? It's all about the results. Usapan natin sa atin. Pero, looking at a bigger picture, if we're looking at yung mga tinalo ng mga big teams, ng Europeans, US, they beat yung mga Asia na kinakalaban natin na tuwan-tuwa na tayo. Yung mga Lebanon, Jordan, Japan. Yung mga pag nakanalo tayo, yung tuwan-tuwa na tayo. Puta ina, tinatambakan lang sila ng mga Slovenia, Lithuania, USA. So, di ba? Doon pa lang, kita mo na agad yung gap in terms of how the level, the caliber of teams na we go up against in the tournaments compared to how it is in the Americas and Europe. Di ba? So, it's been what? 2015 was a miracle for us. We got one win against Senegal. But from there, that was peak already of the program. And it just went downwards from there. The trend has been going downwards. No one can deny that. Not any expert. I don't know if may expert dyan na sinasabi na maganda pa rin yung pinapatunguhan ng GILAS. Even if this World Cup didn't happen, World Cup performance didn't happen, no? It's a downtrend. Ganun kalayo yung caliber natin compared to the ones really up in the rankings ng FIBA. So, if we don't make changes, well, we've been making changes, pero yung changes na tama at
changes that matter.
Progressive. Bali wala yung ginagastos ng SBP sa program na to kung yun lang yung mangyayari. Ano pa? So, you wanna talk about the lineup? You wanna talk about what happened in the games? Kayo, Lance, as a coach, anong
Grabe, binuking mo naman ako eh.
Hindi, ano lang. Coach naman talaga eh. Bakit?
Yeah. Well, players muna. Like, let's forget about how they played. Let's forget about the results. Just look at the players. Look at the lineup. These are pro players. Everybody's pretty much considered a star on their team. We have young stars, and then Zabando, Kiefer, CJ Perez, and we had Junmar, who was pretty much an international talent at this point. Kita mo naman nakikipagbakbakan siya sa bigs of other countries, and who are in fact much bigger than him when pag nakita mo na sa court. And We also had, sa wakas, we were able to get AJ Adu finally on the team. Kai Soto. If you look at them individually, like player by player, sobrang ganda ng lineup natin. Just talking about the
On
players.
paper.
On paper, yeah, on paper. Like I said, we're not thinking about how everything panned out sa tournament. Player by player, we're a really good team. Coach Chot, he's a respectable coach. If tingnan mo yung achievements niya, can't say he's a bad coach. Tapos, well, pero when you think about naman, yun nga, I have to face reality din. What happened sa past three games? As a coach, honestly, well, system-wise, di tayo pwede mag-argue. May nakuha na tayong set of coaches, that's what they decided to roll with. Ang nadi-disappoint lang talaga ako is, where was the adjustment?
Yun.
Where was the adjustment
Yun.
per game?
Bakit?
Or
Okay naman si Clarkson
Kahit per quarter.
Nakuha naman natin si
yun pala.
Clarkson Ba't mag-a-adjust
Yung sa
pa?
players, yung sa players pala, forgot to include. Jordan Clarkson, probably the most impressive import we've had so far. I mean, talking about who he is, standing niya at the moment na pinasok siya sa team. He's been a really good sixth man. He's also a starter level player. So, expectation should be high looking at the players pa lang. Pero ayun, going back sa results ng past three games, yun lang talaga adjustments lang talaga. Where the hell were the adjustments? From quarter to quarter, especially game to game. Ang hindi ko magets, why am I natalo na nga tayo kahapon, but today, we lost the game yesterday, but today, why am I seeing the same thing? Against teams that are, if you look at yung pagkakasunod ng magkakalaban, baliktad lang yung Angola and Dominican Republic, pero pagaling ng pagaling. Yung third game, Italy, they were the best team sa bracket natin. Pero if you look at how we played, parehas lang. Although, I have to commend GILAS din na sa third game, that was pretty much our best game offensively. Andun yung buhay. Kaso nga lang, napagod na tayo. Sa depensa, wala.
Wala talagang depensa ever since.
Yeah. And it was really hard to watch the way they played na. There was a lot of ball watching.
Yes.
Setting multiple screens for the best player of the team, Jordan Clarkson. Multiple ball screens for Jordan Clarkson. Tapos pag hindi nakagawa, pilit na tira. Kasi hindi pa bababa agad sa depensa. Like, that was really hard to watch na why are we doing the same thing na prove na natin last quarter pa lang na hindi gumagana. Like it was easy to defend for other teams and given the talent pa ng mga nakakalaban natin.
Parang nung pinapanood ko hindi ko napanood yung Italy game, pero yung Dominican Republic and Angola games napanood ko. Sabi ko, putya parang looks familiar. It's like the Bo Perasol fighting Maroons. Na alam mo yun, okay simula, medyo nakakadikit-dikit, tapos biglang mag-a-adjust yung kabilang team. Tapos wala na. Di ba? Magsa-scramble na lahat ng players, hindi na natin alam saan pupunta, bibigyan natin kay Kobe Paras yung bola, tapos wala na, di ba? Pero yun nangyayari sa GILAS, bigay kay Jordan Clarkson, tapos pipilit, sasaksak siya, tapos pag hindi nag-collapse yung defense, tatry niyang mag-score, okay, kick out. Ganun. Para ako nanonood ng UP fighting Maroons sa GILAS Pilipinas. Grabe talaga yung UP International, di ba? Pero ganun din yung result talo, di ba? Ang hirap panoorin talaga. Kasi yun nga, walang ball movement. Dahil nga hindi nag-a-adjust. Kasi nung game against Angola, di ba lumamang tayo ng mga 10 points yata, mga second quarter. Kasi maganda yung ikot ng bola nun gumagalaw. Si Clarkson, konting dribble lang, tapos papasa, tapos talagang nagsiswing yung bola from left to right, right to left. Tapos, nung lumamig na tayo from the field dun sa game, na-check na lahat ng options natin, tapos nag-click na yung offense ng Angola, wala na. Diba? Next quarter, same things yung ginagawa natin. walang nagbago. Tapos tuloy lang ng tuloy yung Angola sa pag-shoot nila, sa transition nila. Hindi tayo bumabalik. Transition defense. So, wala. We shot ourselves in the foot by not adjusting talaga from quarter to quarter, from half to half. Yun ang nangyari. UP fight.
Putang
And
ina,
ano
pag ano
talaga
nga
eh.
eh. Sige,
Testament
Gilas.
talaga sa ano eh. Like I said kanina, talent can only take you so far. Kaya ang talent na papagod din yan eh. Tingnan mo, masyado tayong, I mean, from my unprofessional coaching perspective, we relied really heavily on Clarkson's style as a point guard sa NBA na a scoring guard, in fact, scoring point guard na kaya niyang mag-create for himself, kaya niyang create for others. Which, can't deny, bagay naman talaga sa dribble drive style niya, dribble drive offense ni coach. But, ayun nga, talent can only get you so far, lalo pag high-class teams ang kalaban mo na sobrang bilis mag-adjust. Na, yun, kita, like, yun nga, sa Angola na we started off really hot. Pero soon as mga mid-second quarter, ayun, na-check agad tayo. So we were pretty much playing keep up the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Yun nga. Yun talaga yung nangyari this time eh. And it's been happening a lot. Talent can only get you so far.
Pag kina-close, pag kino-focus nga si coach sa camera, and at that, medyo madalas din yung pag-close up sa kanya. Para wala siyang sinasabi. Natayo lang siya doon. Wala siyang instructions na binabanggit. Wala siyang player na pinapagalitan.
Yeah.
So, kumbaga parang, yun, talagang, it was the UP of 82.
Oh, talaga.
Yung mga questionable decisions in terms of who to field in during this for specific situations. Like when si Clarkson nag-foul out, nawala yung primary creator mo. You'd think na ipapasok yung second best creator, who in my opinion is Kiefer on this lineup. In my opinion, next to Clarkson. If we're talking solely about creating an offensive opportunity on his own, especially in a time na closing moments ng game na all you need is a bucket. Na you're allowed at this time, it would be logical to have just one player do something. And like when you need the basket in the most dire of moments. I was looking for Kiefer. I waited for Kiefer to get subbed in when Clarkson fouled out. Kaso, hindi naman ako yung coach, so hindi naman ako binabayaran mag-sub in ng player. So, I'll stop at that.
Okay, talking about Kiefer Ravena, who has been getting flack heading into this tournament. Yeah, correct. We could say yung radical basketball fans would still know his value to the lineup. No, and pinakita naman niya nung Dominican game wherein he gave in significant minutes and with some points and a steal. So with point guard duties, yung pa rin naman yung actually him being in Japan, yung play niya is pretty much playmaker. So talagang dun I think nahahasa palalo yung point guard skills niya, no. Then again, yun nga, it's not gonna cut it with the system the coach has. Kaya hindi na nag-translate masyado. Plus again, the fact na pare-pareho yung binababad despite the same results for all three games. And at that, yung pinaka distinguishing factor for me, personally, watching any Chotres coach team, aside from talking text siguro, was that talagang offense-centric ang calling card ng mga teams niya. I don't see any defensive game plan that was prepared for all three games. to the point na we were actually seeing Dwight Ramos getting mismatched with a big guy. Even I think Carl Towns during that first game, and AJ Edu doing what he does on defense. Not necessarily because of a game plan, but he's just really good defender. So yun yung mga umangat na bright spots for me. Even CJ Perez, who had evident hunger to win, desire to win, every time he stepped on the court. Yeah. Walang yung GILAS wala sa players na to. Wala sa team na to. It's an ironic name to be called that with this type of effort that we saw from this team. So, if possible, might as well just drop that name if that's how we're gonna be performing. Because that's how we've been performing ever since the late 2010s.
Wala eh. Ano eh. Yun nga, parang mishmash of players. Tapos, yung sistema ng coach na parang hindi siya suited for the modern game. Kasi nga, umaasa sa alam mo, isang ball handler, aatake. Na, alam mo yun, hindi na ganun yung international basketball ano eh, offenses eh, di ba? Kaya kung titignan mo yung European style of basketball na slowly pumapasok sa NBA, mga Jokic, mga Luka na alam mo yun, yung style nila na talagang ball movement centric, galaw talaga yung bola, galaw off ball yung players. Na hindi na wala, hindi ganun yung style ng team natin. So parang yung style mo luma, tatapatan mo ng defense na sanay sa bagong offense na mas mahirap bantayan. Ano expect mo, di ba? Siyempre, mas mababantayan ka nila. Mas madali silang makakapag-adjust sa kung ano mang ibabato mo. Kasi nga yung offense mo parang old school pa. Yun yung ano, kaya ano talaga eh, it's the management should make the call na hindi, palitan natin yung coach kasi yung coach natin ngayon makaluma. Kailangan natin ng someone who understands and would implement a more international flavor of game. 'Di ba? Sayang kung si Coach Tab sana yung coach, malamang ganun yung more closer to that style yung may implement niyang system sana siguro. Kasi yung Ateneo parang ganun eh. So most likely may implement na yun sa GILAS and siguro better results. Hindi man tayo mag 3-0 baka at least isa doon sure na napanalo natin, 'di ba? Yun. It's really a coaching problem na hindi siya ano talaga sa international game for me.
Kahit sa mo tingnan, mali eh, no? And
Oy,
talking about yung evolution ng game nga in itself. Okay, we could say it worked back in 2014, 2013. Pero ngayon, kaya nga ngayon may mga tinatawag na nga na Spain pick and roll eh. Yung mga ganyang klaseng action. Kasi nga, they found a way to evolve a system or their movements and make it effective to their players, which in turn gave them wins. Yung alien na experience na nagkaroon tayo was back in GILAS 1 wherein Coach Raiko Toroman introduced this style of play to the GILAS 1 program, which was amazing because that was the first time we saw that type of play being played by Filipinos. And for us, it was so foreign na nobody knew what was going on. Nag-guest team yung Gilas 1 sa PBA back then, and then no one knew how to play defensively. No other team knew how to play defensively against that type of offense, which Raikkonen still. So, di ba, that's how much of a gap we are in. So, mga hindi nakakaalam, comparing it to top caliber European teams at that. Sobrang simple ng basketball sa kanila. Think na malaki na nga sila. They move the ball around. Plus, with their immense skills, it's all gonna be, lahat check eh. Lahat check, lahat pupunta sa tamang lugar. Pero sa atin, maliit na nga tayo. Well, actually, you can't say na maliit tayo ngayon kasi we've got height already. We got Kai, we got Japet, we got Junmar, AJ, Edu. It's there. The height is there. Unlike previous teams. Kaya lang, hindi pa rin natin pwedeng i-instill yung pa rin yung mga labas. It's the US style of basketball pa. Dribble, show off. Then kung makashoot ako, ipilitin ko.
Na hindi na nga rin sila ganun masyado ngayon eh. I mean, yung naalala nyo yung lineup ng USA nung Olympics ata yun. 2021. Parang sinong pinakamatangkad nilang player nun? Si Bam Adebayo lang yata na 6'9", 6'10". Na parang 'di ba usually mag-field ka ng center na 7'1". Parang hindi na rin yung height kahit international teams hindi na rin nila masyadong pinaprioritize as much as yung skill ng players, 'di ba? And tingin ko naman hindi naman tayo unskilled eh. Yung mga players natin, mas maliit. Oo, pero parang ngayon skill na yung labanan kahit shorter ka than the average international basketball player. Kung skilled ka enough, pwede kang maging successful eh. Kung yun nga, you do the right moves, you instill the right system, kung may discipline yung team mo, kaya mo namang mag-succeed kahit papaano eh. 'Di ba?
So hindi rin talagang kumbaga dito lalabas yung defense wins championships talaga eh. Kasi wala talagang di ko rin even get a win kasi nga puro opensa inisip plus the effort on defense is not there plus there's no game plan defensively. So lahat ng kung saan mo titingnan, lahat mali eh. And us fans would pay huge amounts of money just to see this type of performance from our team. I mean, put in the time to get through traffic, put in the time to watch on TV, put in the money for Wi-Fi to get streaming. Alam mo yun? Lahat mali. Breaks of the game, yeah, it's there. But if again, binanggit ko kanina yung results. We weren't even supposed to be this close with Italy. To think na, kumbaga, lahat nga to, winnable games. So why not win it if it's winnable? Yun yung gaguhan ng lahat ng Pinoy ngayon. Kung kita naman kaya, bakit masaya na sa gantong resulta lang? Kasi nga, alam naman kaya eh. Alam naman ng lahat na kaya eh. And they know kaya nila.
Oo, parang tingin ko wala namang fans na masaya dun sa result. Pero yun nga, yung mga nasa team, parang masaya na sila. Mga coach, diba? Parang, okay na yan. At least nakadikit. At least di tayo tinambangan. Nakalapit naman yung score.
7 points
Diba?
na lamang ng Italy. 7
Diba?
lang yun.
Yung coach lang at saka si Kinito Henson yung yung masaya. Yung may nakikitang ikakatuwa dun sa nangyari, 'di ba? Nag-host naman tayo, okay na 'yun. Diba? Hindi naman tayo tinambakan. Parang, ba? Diba? Hindi naman tayo naglaro para sa consolation prize, diba? Gusto natin manalo. Kasi kaya naman, lalo na Angola. Nakita ko nga, parang favorites pa tayo manalo dun sa game na yun by 7 points, mga ganun. Basta talo tayo ng 10 points. Paano lang kaya yun, di ba? Sino la NBA player nila si Bruno Fernandez?
Bruno, Bruno pa
Ano
yung
ba
tumalo
yun?
sa atin.
Di ba? Compare mo si Bruno Fernando at Jordan Clarkson
Oo.
sa NBA. Sa
Sa
NBA,
fantasy.
di ba?
Sa fantasy. Di ba?
Kahit sa
Ranking pa lang.
fantasy. Anong ginagawa ni Bruno Fernando sa Atlanta Hawks? Wala. Wala masyado, di ba? Compare mo Jordan Clarkson na 6th man of the year. 20 points per game. Tapos natalo tayo. Ang pinakamagaling nila si Bruno Fernando. Paano nangyari yun?
Kapon si Simone, ano yun, Lance, pangalan?
Fontecchio.
Ano pa yun? Yung matchup ko rin
Teammate
naman.
niya. Teammate ni Clarkson yun eh. Utah rin yun eh.
Doon ko nga lang nalaman na NBA pala siya eh. Nung pregame eh. Tapos, wala. Ano sila ng ano. Ah, I, I don't know how to move on from this. If we look at it, GILAS 1 started in 2008, I think. So, we've been in this for like pretty much 15 years, more or less. The first half of that 15 years, ramdam natin yung progress. Ramdam natin na may patutunguhan tong programa na to with this management. After 2014 nga, wala nang magandang nangyayari. Up until when Coach Tab was beating teams with that college lineup. After that, nawala na ulit. So, again, I'm sure you've heard it somewhere, you've read it somewhere, na if they don't make changes, or basta if they don't make changes moving forward here, what's the point of continuing this type of ano? So, again, sinasabi na namin sa inyo, it's been proven in 2019 now in the SEA Games na natalo tayo, in the Asian Games na nagkagulo din. Something has to change. Something has to change. And para sa akin, yung players, meron pa rin players dyan na mas deserve. Again, siguro we could always say that kasi 12 lang palagi yung selection eh. So we could always say na meron pa rin players na mas shoot para dyan sa lineup na yan. So siguro hindi mawala yan. Again, I would say Calvin Obueva deserves to be part of the GILAS pool. So yun, again, leaving it there. Apparently, meron pa tayong games for the classification. And we have still
China yung mga kalaban natin.
China.
I think sila yung next game. Oo.
China lang pala eh.
Pag natalo pa tayo dun, ewan ko na lang.
Ang hina ng China ngayon. Nakagulat.
Yeah. It's not the best China team in the past,
Kyle Anderson.
Oo.
Tas tapat mo rin sa fantasy kay Jordan Clarkson, wala pa rin dapat yun.
Oo, di ba?
Pag yan, again, huwag na tayong magulat kung ganun pa rin yung magiging performance nila in their next game. Ganun pa rin yung magiging sistema nila in their next game. Again, hindi naman overnight nipapalit ng sistema yung coach. But siguro sana yung effort man lang.
Yeah.
Huwag na yung opensa on defense, on getting the 50-50 balls. Kasi bilang mo lang naman sa daliri mo sino yung gustong kumuha ng rebound. Sinong gustong makipagpalitan ng mukha sa depensa. Yun na lang eh. Yun na lang sana eh. Hindi yung highlight na dunk or alley-oop. Okay, again, let's leave on a bright note. Let's talk about the positives, the positive players, guys. Let's give one each siguro para I would start off with sige, dito na ako kay Edu. I would go with him. Magsabi kayo mamaya ng one each, no? I like how he was nung Dominican pa lang. Actually, this is the first time kung nakita ko siya play. ever. But syempre, naririnig natin yan. Naririnig natin yan na apparently, naging kasabay niya si Kai sa U19 ata. Then after nun, nagka-ACL pala siya. So, hindi natin siya nakita agad. But anyway, about his performance. Grabe yung depensa na ginawa niya kay Carl Towns. He embraced that role if ever he was given that role or talagang nagkataon lang na maganda yung pwestuhan niya against Cat. I liked his effort. Again, it's no easy task going up against that type of NBA player. And he showed everyone what he's made of. He was consistent. Yeah, less errors naman siya compared to others. So, para sa akin, very good outing yung ginawa niya for this team. Go ahead.
Sa akin, siguro si Renz Abando.
Yan.
Maganda yung ano niya eh. I mean, limited minutes. Hindi siya babad tulad nila Clarkson, nila Dwight Ramos. Pero doon sa minutes niya parang, alam mo yun, todo bigay siya eh. Defensively, diba? Offensively, nandun yung effort niya. Pero defensively makikita mo yung scrappiness niya. Yung the way he played nung UST days niya sa NCAA, ano niya, stint niya. Makikita mo yung intensity niya and I think we need more of that moving forward kung gusto natin manalo. Yun nga, kung ang kulang is defensive effort, tingin ko mabibigay niya yun. Give him enough time. Hopefully mag-spill over sa ibang teammates niya. Pero siya talaga yung ano eh. Siya yung napapansin ko sa mga napanood kong games. Pagka pinapalaro siya, yun,
Partida nga.
with
Hindi pa napanood ni Enzo yung laro kahapon.
yung Italy, oh. May nakita lang akong a few clips lang eh. Pero yun, from the two other games na nakita ko, kahit ang konti ng minutes niya, meron siyang impact. So, what more if he is given more minutes? Diba? Kahit 10, 12 minutes siguro ibigay sa kanya off the bench. Tingnan natin kung anong magiging desisyon ng coaching staff sa kanya and sa the rest of the team.
Yun nga, kasi grabe rin yung ginawa ni Abando kahapon, both on offense and defense. Kasi may facial block siya na walang buwelo. Bigla na lang binlock.
Parang ano eh, no? Di mo alam saan nanggagaling yung energy sa katawan niya. Yung payat.
Grabe.
Tapos biglang tataas na ganun.
Grabe talaga. Wala akong masabi. Good job, Renz. Go, Lance.
Honestly, torn ako sa magiging sagot ko, pero yung honorable mention ko, I mean, naging honorable mention lang siya for me, si Dwight. Dahil I think he could have played better, but he played okay. He played well. But I think he could have, it wasn't really the Dwight Ramos I expected, but looking forward, it's really exciting. Pero, yun nga, for the question you asked kanina, the standout player for me pa rin, Junmar. Really proved time he proves time and time again every tournament na he's a big you can rely on, and kahit na he's big for a Filipino, pero syempre pag tinapat mo na sa mga European big, maliit na siya, but he shows na he can hold his ground, he can stand his ground, and yeah, hopefully he gets to stay healthy, tapos para sa next tournaments natin available siya.
The PBA GOAT. Ika nga.
Yes sir.
Yeah, tama. Again, comes with yung system na naman na hindi fit. Kumaga, yung nakita natin Junmar this tournament, siya hindi, kumbaga, napipigilan siya ng sistema. Pero gumawa pa rin siya ng paraan paano maging effective and maging yung Junmar na kilala natin. So,
yes sir.
Good call on that, Lance. Yeah, he did what he could do and he contributed what he could. And yeah, again, that was a good outing for Junmar here. Another one, I don't want to miss out on is si Perez. He didn't play in the first game for some reason. But when he came in nung Angola and yesterday, yeah, kumbaga nakita yung gigil niya. Even on the bench, nakita rin na he was eager to cheer his teammates. So, yeah, I would give props to him. Yung mga bad points, wag na lang sa mga players na parang tinatapos nyo. Tingnan nyo na lang, panoorin nyo. Makita nyo naman agad, sure ako kung sino yung mga yun. So, sa kanila, sana matripan nilang maglaro next game at hindi lang magpakita. Alam mo yan. Kasi nakakainis kung wala nga silang kung walang gana eh. Alam mo yun, walang stuff to say. Anyway, let's leave it at that. Gilas Pilipinas, we miss the old Gilas Pilipinas. We miss what it means for the players to actually play with Gilas for Pilipinas. So sana mukhang ito yung rock bottom natin ever since this program started. So sana parang UP pa rin na nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yes.
Hopefully. Sana naman talaga. Ayan, we will never stop being fans of our national teams. Sana man lang bumalik na yung tiwala ng public sa kung sino man ang nag-aayos nitong programa na to. Kasi siyempre, wala naman tayong ibang titinan kundi basketball eh. Balibalik rin natin mo sa basketball pa rin titingin yung mga Pilipino. That's something na inaccept ko na actually. Hindi mangyayaring maging baseball or soccer to na maging primary sport sa Pilipinas. And wala tayong choice. I would say, talagang, I guess I could conclude that. So, hopefully, the next coming years or tournaments, we see some improvements and matapos itong disappointments na sunod-sunod nangyayari sa atin.
Dark ages no. Gilas.
0-6 tayo in the past 2 World Cups. So baka naman.
Sana naman dami-dami na nating learning experience. I-apply naman natin. Baka naman. Kung okay lang.
Kaya nga eh.
Dami na mistakes na nagawa. Siguro
naman matuto naman tayo. Apply na natin yung natutunan natin, di ba?
Hindi naman
puro learning eh, no?
Puro learning experience.
Puro learning experience eh.
Okay, at dahil dyan, ang maganda dito, friends, Zoe, Lance, malapit na ang season 86, my friends.
Yes, sir.
AAP is coming up.
Yes, sir.
Watch out for more Maroon talk coming up.
Pag UST yung kalaban, ako bala.
Putangin na. Abangan nyo kung mag-yellow o mag-maroon si Lance.
Meron na tayong UST insider dito pala.
Blue ako.
Okay, exciting times ahead. As of now, the team is still in Korea, coming back, I think, on Sunday this weekend. And again, alam niyo na yung antayin dito. We'll talk about the lineup. We'll talk about the schedule. We'll talk about ano isa pa, Zo? X factors ba?
X factor.
Yan.
Mga predictions natin ng Final Four.
Malamang. Alam niyo na sasabihin namin dyan. Ewan ko lang kung pipiliin niyo pa rin yung Adamson kasi puta ina si Jerome Lastimosa na naman yung kalaban natin na hindi mag-retire tayo sa UAP. Okay. Boys, Zoe, Lance, thank you. See you soon.
Yes,
everyone.
Thank you, guys.
As always, UP fight.
Yes, sir.
UP fight.
UP fight.
Laban Pilipinas.
UP fight.
See you, boys. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Salamat.
Bye.